Hi, welcome back to Let's Play Guitar, and welcome back to another lesson in our Improve Your Playing series. In this lesson, I want to show you how you can improve and strengthen your pinky finger or your little finger on your fretting hand. Okay, now this is something that a lot of guitar players, especially when they're starting out, they ignore. They do all the different scales, they try all the different songs, but it's also important to practice finger exercises. And this little finger is something that's sometimes ignored, and we don't feel that confident in using it, so we always find ways around it by using different shapes or just using your ring finger. Okay, now this pinky finger is the least used finger while playing guitar. We use the index finger a lot, the middle finger, obviously the ring finger as well, and the little finger is the least used finger. We use it, but it's not as common as these two fingers or these three fingers. And especially the beginners out there, they avoid using this completely because they don't feel as confident in using this little finger. And even if you look at real life examples, the little finger is hardly used when we are holding something or picking something or moving something. The middle finger, ring finger, index finger, the thumb as well, this is hardly used for strength purposes. So the only way to strengthen it is to use it more, and if you don't use it often, then it will always be a weakness for you. If you look at the people who are just starting out, they will try to use their index finger a lot. In fact, they will play all the notes. If they are playing a simple lead melody, they'll try to use just their index finger or maybe just the middle finger and hardly even use ring finger. So slowly you have to bring all the fingers into play. In fact, the thumb as well. I'm going to show you in another lesson how to use your thumb on the top string to make simple for you to play different bass notes that can also improve your playing a lot. So I'll be making a complete different lesson for that. And now let's get started on working on this little finger with the help of specific practice routines. And I'm going to share these exercises with you so you can practice them, go slowly, practice them regularly, and that will help you a lot. Alright then, so for these exercises you don't need any capo. Let's start. The first exercise, we're going to keep it simple. It's just really important that you incorporate your little finger in any way that you can. Okay, so we're using our first string for this exercise, and just going to play 4th fret on the first string, then going to play 1st fret on the first string. Okay, so 4th fret on 1st string and then 1st fret on the 1st string. Just alternate picking over here. If you want to change something over here, what you can also do is bring on 2nd fret on the 1st string and then play back to the 4th fret, which you're playing with your little finger. Okay, don't use your ring finger for that. You can if you want, but in this exercise we're looking at how to improve, how to just make more use of this little finger. That's why we are playing it with a little finger. Okay, so 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, back to 2 and 4. Okay, so just practice that. Okay, so after every note we're having that pinky. Okay, after the 1st fret we're going back to the 4th fret. After 2nd fret we're going back to the 4th fret. So we're just using this little finger as much as we can. Okay, now one great exercise that I want to tell you is, a lot of times when we are playing fingerstyle or any guitar, especially in fingerstyle, I use slides and hammer-ons and pull-offs with my little finger a lot. Okay, so that's something that you can practice. So in this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slide from 4 to 6 with the help of my little finger. Okay, now usually if you just had to do that from 4 to 6, obviously you would just use your index finger or your middle finger, but this is in case you're playing some bass note over here, or you're doing something over here with these fingers, and that's when this little finger comes into play. That's why. So all that's important to look at is just to use this little finger as much as possible. Okay, so just doing a slide. You can do a slide back. And the last exercise that I taught you, you can do that on multiple strings. Okay, so you can involve the top string, okay, go to the 5th string, go to the 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd, 1st, go back. Okay, just using the little finger as much as possible, also across various strings. So again, that slide exercise can be done on various strings. Now you know that this little finger is used while playing chords as well. So there's something that you can add the little finger on different chords. Now I want to show you a great exercise where you're going to play chords and you're going to use that little finger to perform pull-offs. Okay, so take a look at this one over here. Go back to C. Okay, so we're just playing C chord, C major, G over here, D minor, and A minor. Okay, so then bring a pull off from 3 to open using that little finger. Okay, that's the practice for that little finger. Then go back to, now this is where it comes into play because all these 3 fingers are involved in making the C shape. That's why you have to use that little finger to pull off. Okay, so then go back to 3rd fret on the 2nd string and come back to open on the 1st string. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so all the purpose of this exercise is again to use the little finger as much as we can. Go back to come to G over here. Okay, so same technique on the little finger, doing a pull off, picking 3rd fret on the 2nd string, come back to open on the 1st string, come to D minor, do a pull off this time from 3 to 1 on the 1st string with your little finger, open and 1, come to A minor, the same thing as on C, pull off, 3 on 2nd string, open on 1st string. Okay, so as you can see on every chord we're using that little finger to do a pull off. Okay. So as you can see now I've changed it up a bit. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing a hammer on and pull off. Okay, so that makes it slightly more complicated and an even greater use of that little finger. Hammer on and pull off from open to 3 and back from 3 to open. Hammer on and pull off. Then 3 on 2nd string, then open on the 1st string. So this is something that can be a little challenging if you are not used to doing it. Alright, we can do that on D minor. Now I just want you to create your own practice routines and use the little finger as much as you can. You can also move up the neck. Okay, so like for example I'm using this C shape over here, and then just adding the ring finger on 3rd fret of 2nd string. Okay, now you should be able to, if you want to play some note higher up the fret where the little finger is involved, that's something that you can practice so that it improves your muscle memory. And okay, so now if I wanted, I can use the ring finger over here. But then, if you want to go to that 12th fret, then and that's where that little finger comes in. Okay, so this is just another practice routine that I've created on my own, where I'm using the, moving the little finger from over here to up over here. Okay, this is going to be 9th fret on 3rd string, 8th fret on 2nd string, and 10 on the 1st string. And move that to 12, move that to 10. Whole purpose is to use the little finger as much as possible. Okay, so those are the little few exercises that I've shown you guys, using it on the chords, using pull-offs, using hammer-ons and pull-offs, using some chromatic exercises over here on different strings, and also you can do some exercises like I showed you up the fretboard. Okay, so in the end, I would just like to say that if you ignore the little finger, if you don't use it as much as you should be, maybe, then you should try doing some exercises and be confident enough that you can incorporate this little finger in your playing. So that will improve your your playing a lot. And again, I'll also be making a lesson on how to use your thumb over the neck like this, because it's something that some people struggle with. They don't like to use really their thumb, and always they try to use alternatives on that. But again, I want to tell you that if you look at some of good guitarists, any guitarist who is good enough on the acoustic guitar, they use your thumb a lot. Somebody like a John Mayer, that thumb makes things a lot easier. So I'll be making a lesson on that, and if you want, you can again create your own practice routines and just try to use all the fingers on the left hand as much as possible, and you'll realize how much your playing has improved. Alright, so that is it for this lesson. I hope you liked it, and more content is coming your way. Thanks for all your support. Like always, I'll see you guys with another lesson next time. Till then, take care and goodbye.